This is why trading for former 49ers defensive tackle DJ Jones is an absolutely terrible idea. And the reason why is because you're trading for a guy 29 years old in the final year of his deal, and you're taking on a likely big cap hit and a base salary that the Denver Broncos will not eat. You're giving up compensation for a guy who's likely going to be cut. So, if you haven't seen, there are rumors that the San Francisco 49ers have been calling on, DJ Jones and potentially looking for a trade of the former sixth round draft pick, 198th overall in 2017, made by the San Francisco 49ers. Remember, the same San Francisco 49ers that opted not to match this contract, opted not to pay DJ Jones and let him go to the Denver Broncos to make a good amount of money. He signed a 3-year, $30 million deal, approximately $9 million signing bonus, an average salary of $10 million, and $20 million guaranteed at signing. That what that looks like in regards to a cap hit in 2024, which again is the final year of this deal, is approximately $13 million. Yes, when we look at DJ Jones, the player, we all love DJ Jones. DJ Jones was a phenomenal interior defensive tackle. He was great as a pass rusher. He was great as a run stuffer, kind of that squatty body, quick first step, has the strength to match. But to go and actually trade for DJ Jones would be an awful idea. Because why would you, unless it's a deal like Randy Gregory, whereas a late round pick swap, I think the 49ers traded a sixth rounder for the Broncos' seventh rounder. The Broncos ate all the money, literally the entire contract of Randy Gregory to facilitate the trade. So the 49ers paid Randy Gregory nothing. That is literally the only way this makes sense. And if they are willing to do that, then okay, then that's a different conversation. But as we've seen, the Denver Broncos are clearing house. They are getting rid of everyone that isn't in, they don't view in their long-term plans, including, star safety Justin Simmons. So when you look at guys like DJ Jones, that guy's a cut candidate. That guy is definitely potentially on the outs in this organization. So as it currently stands, even if that was the case, I don't even know if I would like that idea. Does that make sense? Like, I would love the idea of bringing DJ Jones back on a, team friendly deal that, fits into what they're looking for a backup defensive tackle, because it's very important. He will not be a starter because the 49ers are likely moving into this year with Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead. So, what again, it doesn't make sense to me to take on any portion of his current deal of where it currently stands. Trade draft pick compensation, even if it's a late round pick swap, to go and get him. You have the opportunity to potentially sign him in free agency to a deal that is ready to go. So I like DJ Jones. I like him a lot. I liked him a lot when he was taken. You could see the potential that he had at Mississippi, and he got the bag. He got his one big contract. I don't think he will get another big contract, but again, if he wants to come back to the Bay after being released, I'm all for that. I don't necessarily love the idea for trading for him or his contract. I don't know what the Broncos are thinking, if they would just completely eat all that money. I mean, he would carry a dead cap hit of about $3 million, but dead cap hit doesn't mean a whole lot considering the fact that they have the biggest dead cap hit in the history of football after releasing Russell Wilson. So this could absolutely be just a blow up year for them. But if I'm trading with the Broncos, I'm not going after DJ Jones. I'm going after bigger fish. I'm going after Pat Surtain. That's who I'm going for. I am going to get Pat Surtain. And if that's what it takes, and we want to have trade conversations about defensive players, I think that's where you got to go. DJ Jones to me is a value add as a free agent, not a guy that I think you should trade for, especially under his current contract terms. But if you want to get a guy who you will spend the money on, you will give up the compensation for, like sending pick 31 over to the Broncos for Pat Surtain, maybe a little bit more, a little bit of sweetener on top. Hell yeah. Obviously, from the 49ers perspective, we absolutely do that. Will the Broncos do that? I don't know. I don't know if they would, but I mean, Patrick Surtain is such a quality dude. I got to speak to him at the Super Bowl on Radio Row, did a little quick interview with him. Very intelligent, humble young man. You wouldn't like literally the way he carries himself, not wearing big jewelry, just very, very chill, very nonchalant, very reserved, which I think is uh, not the typical mold of star NFL cornerbacks. Like you see guys like Sauce Gardner, constantly, in the spotlight, tweeting, big chains, all that kind of stuff. It's just not Pat Surtain. He's very humble. He's relaxed. And I think that's a vibe that would fit perfectly inside the 49ers locker room. Again, I was completely surprised by his temperament and his nature. And I'm like, yeah, you would fit perfectly in this locker room. I mean, you look at guys like Mooney Ward, Diamador Lenore. They have I would say, a pretty similar temperament, like confident, not cocky. Um, and I think that fits with a lot of what the 49ers do. Very confident players. And so, like, if we're talking trade, let's go get Pat Surtain. Not necessarily vibing with DJ Jones. I don't think that would make sense. I think you just wait for him to get released and then you go and try to get him on the squad. If Kevin Givens and Javon Kinlaw aren't in your future and you're moving on from them, absolutely do think that going out and getting a guy like DJ Jones could be a benefit as a free agent, not for a trade. I don't want to trade for that. If we're trading, I would like to see the 49ers go for some bigger fish and go for some guys that maybe can't be had in free agency, because again, it does feel like DJ Jones could be in those conversations, but it also feels like at what cost? And if the Broncos aren't willing to eat his entire contract and do a late round pick swap, which I don't, the 49ers don't have that pick anymore because the Broncos have it. Unless it's a 7-7 swap, just changing places in the 7th round, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But based on that logic, I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say about trading for DJ Jones. I would say that most everyone would love to have DJ Jones back, as would I. I just wouldn't like it in the form of a trade. What say you? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.